One day, a crow was flying and landed on a tree branch. As he sat there, he noticed a swan swimming gracefully in a nearby pond. The swan's bright white feathers shimmered in the sunlight, attracting a group of villagers who came to admire its beauty. Curious, the crow flew closer to the swan. However, as soon as the villagers saw him, they waved their hands to chase him away. Confused, the crow thought, maybe they're afraid I'll make the place dirty. Feeling unwelcome, the crow perched on another branch, but once again the villagers shooed him away. Their actions hurt him deeply. He watched as the people adored the swan, praising its white feathers, while no one seemed to like him. With a heavy heart, the crow left the village and flew deep into a forest. Perching on a tree, he began to cry. People dislike me because of my black feathers. If only I had white feathers like the swan, I would be happy too, he thought sorrowfully. Just then, an old crow passing by noticed him crying and asked, "Why are you so sad, young one?" The crow sighed and replied, "I hate my black feathers. They look so dull and ugly. Nobody likes me." The old crow smiled and said, "If you could look like any bird, which one would you choose?" Without hesitation, the young crow said, "The swan. Everyone admires it." The old crow chuckled and said, "There is a magical spring deep in the forest. If you bathe in its waters with a pure heart, you can change your appearance. But before you do that, why not ask the swan if it is truly happy?" The crow agreed and flew back to the pond. Approaching the swan, he asked, "Dear swan, you must be the happiest bird in the village. Your white feathers are so beautiful and everyone adores you. Are you truly happy?" The swan lowered its gaze and sighed. "Thank you for your kind words," it said, "but my beauty comes at a cost. People keep me as a pet, and I cannot live freely. When I grow old, they might even use me for my meat. I don't know if I'll still be alive tomorrow." The crow was stunned. "Then who do you think is the happiest bird?" he asked. The swan thought for a moment and replied, "I believe parrots are the happiest. Their colorful feathers are even more beautiful than mine, and people don't eat them." Curious, the crow thanked the swan and set off to find a parrot. After some searching, he spotted one perched on a branch. "Dear parrot," the crow said, "your colorful feathers are so lovely. You must be the happiest bird." The parrot sighed and shook its head. "My feathers may be pretty, but because of them, people trap me in cages. I spend my life locked up, repeating words to entertain them. I long to be free." The crow felt even sadder. "Then who do you think is the happiest bird?" he asked. "The peacock must be the happiest," the parrot replied. "People admire its feathers, and it lives in grand enclosures." Eager to find the happiest bird, the crow flew to a zoo and found a peacock. Visitors gathered around, marveling at its dazzling feathers. The crow approached and said, "Dear peacock, you are so beautiful. Your feathers are stunning. Surely you must be the happiest bird in the world." The peacock looked at the crow and sighed. "No, my friend, I am not happy," it said. "People admire my feathers, but they also pluck them to sell. It is painful, and it happens again and again. I wish I could live freely like you, unnoticed, unbothered, and able to go wherever I please." Hearing this, the crow was taken aback. He had spent so much time envying others that he had overlooked his own blessings. He thanked the peacock and flew back to the old crow. With a smile, he said, "I don't want to be anyone else. I am happy being a crow." This story teaches us that everyone faces struggles, no matter how perfect their life may seem. Comparing ourselves to others only makes us unhappy. Instead, we should appreciate what we have. Remember, you are unique, and no one can be a better version of you than yourself.